Hello, I'm Cole Smith. I'll be presenting on my franchise. I will say I just presented for about 5 minutes and then realized I wasn't recording, so this is my second take. But I'm my franchise that I decided to create was the Charlotte Crowns. It's an MLB team, um, and I didn't realize how much it took to make it MLB team and how much money it took, but now I do. Um, but yeah, there's a logo in the bottom right. But yeah, let me walk y'all through this. So the content we'll be covering is the introduction, administrative structure, the financials, media/marketing, staffing, facilities, and then the contact services and legal stuff. And I'll get into the target market in the media and marketing. But so for the introduction, we will be in Charlotte, North Carolina, which is the largest city in North Carolina. And I just wanted to pick this location because it's kind of near uh, MLB teams, but not really. Like they're in uh, there's not one in Virginia, there's not one in Tennessee, there's not one in North Carolina, there's not one in South Carolina, there's one in Georgia. The Braves. So I really wanted to talk about um, and display that they really need one. Like the Carolinas desperately need a team, but it does take a lot of money. But the team mascot is the Queens. Charlotte is nicknamed the Queen City, so it's just fitting for them. Teal is one of the team colors. It's inspired by the Charlotte Hornets, the NBA team. Purple represents royalty, fits the crown theme. Gold, the crown of sign. Gold is the crown and the sign of royalty, and then black, white, and gray are the other colors that are just like monotone, like for the pants, so like the other colors can stand out. The organizational purpose is to give the Carolinas and nearby states a major league team to support, so they don't have to drive all the way down to Atlanta from North Carolina, or they don't have to drive all the way up to see a St. Louis game or like a not a St. Louis but like a Orioles game or stuff like that. So yeah, just so they don't have to drive far, and they have a city to support and a team to support in their own state. But the administrative structure, I try to replicate the Braves' administrative structure, which encompasses a lot of jobs, and I'll get into how much it costs to have all these positions and have the players and everything. But they have officers and executives like the chairman, president, CEO, vice president, and you got the baseball operations. So you got general managers of development, scouting, family relations, and player personnel. Then you have the research and development department, major league operations. You got the medical staff. You got the clubhouse staff. You got player development and scouting. It's the minors. If you don't really know, there's low A, high A, double A, and triple A. I didn't know that low A and high A were a thing. I thought it was just single A, but there is a low and a high A, depending on like skill level and like how young the players are and stuff like that, and if they just got drafted. Now you got accounting and finance, you got executive services, and you got stadium operations. So a lot of it's all structured based on like kind of like a hierarchy, but um, this is just all the departments you really need. I didn't go into everything, but yeah. The next thing we'll get into is the Crown's financials, which does take a lot to start up a MLB team. So the MLB expansion fee, which there's 32 teams, so if you try to get a 33rd, you have to pay 2.1 billion to join. That's just to get in, and say you have a team, and then you have to pay 500 million to 1.2 billion on the stadium, depending on where your location is. And then the annual operating cost for all those positions in the administrative structure and for players are about 100 million to 300 million, including players. That's yearly. Imagine you gotta pay yearly 100 million to 300 million. To start a whole new team, it takes around at lowest 2.7 billion and at the highest 3.6 billion. So my ideas for the stadium and for funding is sponsorship with or funding from the Bank of America. It's founded in Charlotte. They have a Carolina Panthers stadium, Major League Soccer, Charlotte, stadium, and I feel like that'd just be fitting since they're from Charlotte. They would probably want to support the MLB team there. The broadcast rights with Netflix or ESPN. Netflix is blowing up for entertainment and stuff. So I thought that would be fitting, but also ESPN. ESPN is a fitting one, but if you don't know, like the Braves are going through broadcasting rights with like everyone, and it's a pain for the people to go through, especially me, since I am trying to watch them every chance I get. But anyways, sponsored with companies that started in Charlotte, like Honeywell International, Duke Energy, Nuclear Corp. These are just some examples, and a sponsorship with Nike for uniforms. And I personally love Bruce Bolt for equipment for players. So that's what I would try to do. They're a little bit of a smaller company, but I love their stuff, and I feel like our players will love it too. Nextly, if I can hit the next button. Next, we got the Crown Media and Marketing. As I said in the last slide, we got Netflix or ESPN for broadcasting, but marketing heavily towards the Carolina and Tennessee, considering they don't have a professional team, and it might be a little bit closer than the Braves. Marketing heavily through social media and paid social media advertising like TikTok, Insta, X. Through my marketing classes here, paid social media advertising is huge. That's what really is effective. Paying to get your ads out there are huge. Target the younger audience because the older might have stronger ties to MLB teams. Like, I'm a Braves fan, diehard Braves fan, but if I was a diehard Braves fan 30 years from now, I'm not switching up. I might think about it if I'm live in Charlotte and I'm a Braves fan and I'm 21. So I might switch it up. So that's why I'm thinking target the younger audience. Heavily market in a two-hour radius. Stadium like billboards, newspapers, flyers. Just get your ads out there in like a 2-hour radius because people are more likely to come. Target market surrounding areas, younger generation, 18 to 35. Competition: Braves, Nationals, Orioles, and Reds. Their surrounding teams in their radius. But AI gave me a little Charlotte Crowns media tags for everyone, for every single platform. But yeah. Then we got the Crown staffing and facilities. Fill out all the positions from the administrative slide, which is a lot. Also requiring high A, low A, double A, triple A teams with stadiums, which encompasses even more money. So I would say it's about $5 billion to start up a team because of all the other things. Like low A doesn't take a lot. You can build a facility, and it doesn't take a lot to do low A. High A, you need a whole nice stadium. Double A, you need a whole nice stadium. Triple A, you need a nice stadium. So taking that into account, I mean, I would say it's about $5 to $6 billion. Need people to work stadiums for game days for all low A, high A. Well, low A doesn't really, but high A, double A, triple A. You need people. You need to fill out that administrative structure, and part of that is the people at the stadium. You would need. What I think is cool is that the Battery in Atlanta, they have they make some money off of their battery. Like all the businesses surrounding it, the Brave Stadium owns, and they make like 10% of their profit from the Battery. And I would like to do something like that with Charlotte, but also you could have one of those buildings designated for your higher ups to meet and work. Produce more income. I mean, so we can pay players more and get the upper hand on other teams just by having more money, because that's what it takes sometimes in the baseball realm. The next slide is the Crown's legal contract services, making sure we have the right legal team to handle lawsuits, making sure that our players are good, because if they don't have the right legal team, they could get sued, just like Jorge Soler threw a ball back into the stands and some guy got hit in the eye and he's trying to sue him. We need to be able to help our players with that too and navigate that, especially if they're in season. You don't want to have to deal with a lawsuit mid-season. And I did not use any of the information from the AI to help me with this. But thank you. Yeah, this is all I got for the Crown, the Charlotte Crowns in Charlotte, North Carolina. And here are my sources. But thank you for listening. I went 30 seconds over time, but it's okay. Thank you for your time.